beaten Wexford 222 to 114, and that sets them up for a meeting now with either Antrim or Dublin, who of course meet tomorrow. The man of the match from that game this evening is David Collins of Galway, and he is now with Darren Frahell.
Yes, congratulations to David Collins. You are the GA man of the match, and presenting your award is Louise Wheatley from Etihad Airways.
Thank you very much, Louise.
David, well done. An 11-point victory, but they made you work for that one, didn't they?
They did. Well, we knew we were going to come down and get a tough game off them. Like, we haven't played in 4 weeks now since the league final, and Wexford weren't going to give us any easy chances. And coming into Leinster, playing in their back garden, so to speak, and we really knew we were going to go up against it, and they put it to us. They really put us there for 20 minutes in each half. So we worked hard. Our forwards got on top. Okay, a lot of wides and a lot of misses, but you have that.
Now, it's been personally a very difficult time for you. It must be great to get back this season, because you missed practically a year out with injury.
Yeah, I had a bad knock there back in 2007, but look, I picked it up and got on now. I'm improving every day I go out there. It's really kind of confidence thing that's coming to me now. I've had a tough year last year, but I've played I think 11 games this year now, and it's all really flying for me, and I'm hoping to stay injury free now for the next 6 weeks, 8 weeks, and really drive on to take Offaly in the next 3 weeks.
Now, Galway, the form team of 2010, another big victory for you today, so the momentum, it carries you on now for a Leinster semi-final.
Yeah, that's it. Look, as I said, we had no kind of real thoughts coming down here other than it was going to be a real tough game, and we got that. Offaly now are no kind of... there'll be snakes.
Don't forget Antrim, David.
Well, yeah, okay, that's true. They're playing tomorrow, yes. We're really looking at that Leinster semi-final and hoping to drive on. Look, we came down here with the attitude to win that game and take the next step. Now it's Croke Park, I think, for the rest of the game. So we're really looking forward to it.
Well done again.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's David Collins of Galway, our man at the match, and it is, of course, Antrim and Offaly in that other match tomorrow that I was mentioning a moment ago there. I think I might have said Dublin. Pete, good guy, David Collins. A couple of good performances on both teams today, in fairness.
Yeah, David Collins is a great guy. He's a guy that you'd always want on your first 15, and he was unfortunate to injure his ankle there in the Railway Cup 2 years ago, and he was flying it at the time. He's back now. He's playing great club hurling, and today again he was dominant. Other good performance. Don Barry, the far side, acquitted himself well, and Tony Oak had a good game at centre back. Ger Farrer, of course, again, what he scored, 13, 14 points, like, again, it's a fabulous score. Darren Stamp, I thought, had a solid game throughout, and especially in the first half when it was 6-on-6, but when it opened up, then Galway found more space for their forwards. And of course, Diarmuid Ling scoring 10, 11 points, but that's Wexford's problem. 10, 11 out of 114, like that, you know. What were the rest done?
Yeah, sure, fair enough. Declan, let's look at some of the key moments from that second half. Now, there was a sending off, there was a yellow card, there was another sending off. One of them, Andy Smith was the first sending off of Galway. But there seemed to be a bit of, the tackle seemed to be the same, but the cards seemed to be different.
Yeah, well, I mean, all you look for as a hurler going out into the field or a football, whatever, is consistency from the referee. And, you know, even from the league final to today, you can see massive inconsistencies. Now, I know he was on a yellow card, and in fairness, that was probably another yellow card because it was late and it was tough, and I mean, it could have put the Colin Farrell out of the game, but he got a straight red, and I mean, I think that's, again, it's over the top in terms of, you see, Colin Bonner didn't think, but he thought it was justified, all right, but again, what's maybe different from this, you know, again, a yellow card would have sufficed, which it was, but, you know, the Galway guy, unfortunately, walked for a straight red. Now, he would have walked anyhow, but as it was from here, you know, Galway picked it up and actually drove on. It was probably a silly foul from Tomas Waters to make. And again, here, this is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, fair enough, he went in, he's a little bit late, but, you know, a straight red card, he could miss the next 2 or 3 championship games.
This is the problem, yeah.
You know, the league final, I mean, there was about 10 frees in the whole game. I'd say there was 10 yellow cards today nearly, you know. So I don't understand. Maybe I'm not blaming John Sexton particularly, but he's obviously under pressure from the hierarchy, but something has to change, because if this is going to be the team for the rest of the championship, we're going to have a stop-start games from, you know, all the way up along.
And just to explain to people who mightn't be too clear on this, you get a second yellow, you're sent off for the match, but you play the next day, you get a straight red, you're gone for, well, a month.
And later down the line, if you get sent off, we'll say, for a second yellow, the disciplinary of having a straight red will be there against you as well.
Yes.
I don't think I'd have even survived the warm-up in my day if that's the way they're going to carry on. But like, Declan's 100% right, like that. You know, when you look at the league final, we had great, hard, tough, physical game, don't you know, no quarter given or taken.
No one died.
And there was nothing malicious out there today in that game. There was no intent in any of those tackles. Okay, they might deserve a yellow card, a second yellow card, and send them off. But straight red cards, there was none of those out there today. And it'll ruin the game if that continues. All players want is consistency. That's all they really want.
Absolutely, yeah. From game to game, yeah.
All right, lads, let's hear from the Galway manager, John McIntyre, who joins us now on the programme. Hello, John. How are you doing? Can you hear me there?
Yes, Michael, I can.
First of all, John, obviously, congratulations from myself and Pete here in the studio. Declan Ruth is with us here as well. I'm sure he sends his congratulations. It was tough, John, but you got there in the end.
Yes, Michael, that sums it up. It was a game that turned out the way we anticipated. We knew Wexford weren't going to roll over and let Galway stroll into a Leinster semi-final. They fought extremely hard and they really shoved it up to us, and when we were reduced to 14 men and they brought it back to 3 points in the second half with the win behind them, it was kind of the crisis period for Galway. And this is the period, I suppose, where Galway teams in the past have been found wanting, but in fairness to our players, they dug in and they showed maybe why they were overwhelming favourites in the first place in the final quarter. They up the ante, up the work rate, and we got some great scores. But I'm disappointed that there was 3 players sent off. I don't think it captured the tone of the match. I even went to Diarmuid Ling after the game was over and said to him he was hard done by. And you know, Andy Smith for me typifies what we're trying to establish in Galway. Players with an incredible work ethic, total commitment, and I believe he's been penalised for that. Andy is not a malicious player. Like, what happens when a player takes the head off another player? He still only gets a red card. And you know, I just felt the 3 players were a bit hard done by this evening. I'm not into referee bashing anymore, but certainly it's a stain on Andy Smith's character that he doesn't deserve.
We were talking about that, John, here in studio with Declan Ruth and with Pete Finnerty, and by the way, we agree with you.